welcome back to episode 4 of Anything and Everything with Angel and Enrique. My name's Enrique.
Oh, we're starting?
Yes. That's why I said, are you ready?
My name is Angel. Me and my dogs.
If you can't tell, we're in a different area than our previous 3 episodes. A lot's happened in between. Really not that much has happened in between the last episode and this episode. It's been a long time. We've had some thinking to do.
I think that's a lie. I think a lot of things have happened.
Okay, well, we can go over that later. It's been about a month since we recorded episode 3 because it's my fault. It's mostly my fault. I procrastinate too much. It's the ADHD. It's called hyperfixation. So I'm sure some of you out there get it. I hyperfixated on this for a long time, put a lot of effort into it, and then kind of just went cold. So we're back now, stronger than ever. And we're back inside my living room because I came to the realization that Angel came to at the beginning of this podcast that we could just do it here and it's perfectly fine. So we're going to be doing it from here for now on, at least for now. Thoughts on that, Angel?
I'm having a great thought.
Yeah.
Yes, that I told you so. My favorite thoughts.
You did tell me so.
Well, I think we need a little bit of a tour though. Like,
do we? Oh,
okay, well, just a tiny
you really
one.
can't see much.
I know you
from
can't see it a lot.
You see Baby Yoda here. You can kind of see this one over here. This is our Rapunzel and Flynn painting, and then over there you can see a little bit of the Up painting. And then right above that, it's a big wall of paintings. I'll show them eventually, but it's a cute little backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got our Squishmallows here. I feel like this is a cozy little vibe. I like it, and we don't have to risk getting kicked out of the apartment clubhouse anymore. So how you been? It's been a while. Any updates for the pod?
Any updates?
Anything they need to know?
Yes, life update. I'm still gay.
Good to know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Gay and actively pursuing. Sorry, that was a lot.
That was a lot. That's still the TMI. No.
You got a little.
I am pursuing
a little something going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think he'll listen to this? You told him about the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
We won't say his name for privacy's sake.
Let me see. What's up? I had what is a conniption? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know it well enough to use it in a sense.
It might be the wrong term.
What are you trying to say?
I came to a realization.
Oh, like an epiphany.
Oh,
might be more what you're trying to say.
I don't like that one. I came to a realization that I do not want to work at the same place for too long.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think I want to do something that's a little bit more impactful.
So you're ready to get out of safaris?
I am, but not in a bad way. We're like, screw everybody.
It's okay.
So, yeah. So not as we're like, screw everybody. But it's just, what my brain needs is to do something different or have me like challenge myself. Because if I don't, then I'll feel bored. And I'm like, well, damn, do I suck?
That's fair.
Like,
you don't suck, by the way, but.
So I'm like, damn it.
My gosh.
So I'm really sorry.
I don't know if we're going to go like 10 minutes this podcast without some kind of innuendo.
It's my fault too. This is the second time. But I don't know. I'm ready for something new. That's really it. So
what's the something new?
So there's something new. I applied for the local fire department. It has like a recruiting program that they'll kind of. Sorry, I forgot you right there. That they'll kind of like show you the ropes. They'll pay for you to go to school, both to be a firefighter and an EMT at the same time.
Yeah, I was shocked when you told me that you were going for this, mostly because like you just didn't tell me about it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I'm training to be a firefighter. That was a lot of information at once.
Well, are you more surprised that I didn't tell you, or because of what it is?
A little of both. I never really like. I know you've like joked about joining the army and joining the Navy, but like, I don't know. I just never really saw you as like first responder type. But if that's what you want to do, I say go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I might have to cut your hair for that though.
No way.
Maybe. I feel like when you're in the first responders, like they make you very clean cut. I know you won't be able to have a beard if you're a firefighter, only a mustache. because of the way the gas mask like seals to
Well,
your face.
okay, but let's get this right, because I looked more into it. It's not that you're not allowed to, but it is frowned upon. Not really frowned upon by recruiters. Well, they won't like discriminate against you.
Yeah,
But we both are breathless. We have asthma, so
it's true.
we don't have a say or a breath of
We both rely on inhalers.
right. Exact. Just reveal my secret. Let me see.
We're getting. Wait, hold on. We're getting firsthand information here from the sidelines,
This just in. Per the Google AI overview,
which is also always accurate.
in Orlando, firefighters do not necessarily need to have short hair, but their hair must be styled in a way that doesn't interfere with their safety equipment
Okay.
to safely wear the.
So you need to be able to
masks
put your
and
hair
everything like
up
that.
into the
So
helmet
just, like,
and stuff.
Slick back.
But you got some thick hair. I don't know if it's all gonna fit up there.
It usually
Also,
doesn't.
I don't know about you, but I like having a person on the sidelines to be able to fact check us. That's kind of fun.
Thank you very much.
So
Thank
we're not
you.
just talking out our butts the whole podcast.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't think, and that's okay. I'm not like, oh no,
Yeah.
I can't do this. Well, I understand. As much as I would like to say it's controlled, it's really not. I'm working on it because I'm on another fitness journey, part 5, 6, 7.
Now it's like strength training, right?
Yeah,
Doing
exactly.
A lot of weights.
Exactly, but
We still need to have like a whole podcast talking about that, but we'll get to that
fair.
at some point.
So that's okay. Now I'm trying to get my EMT certification, which is cool because I was going for nursing at first, and then I didn't give it as much of a chance as I should have, and I think that was the big problem.
I mean, anything in the medical field, I feel like is really difficult. I certainly couldn't do it myself personally.
Why you say that?
It's just like, first of all, it's a lot of school. I did well in school. You know, I was valedictorian in high school. I loved learning, but I don't want to go back to another 8 to 10 to 12 years of school just to get a degree in something. But also, it takes a certain kind of person to be able to like, you know, work with the human body and be able to like be comfortable in all situations that might involve. And that's not who I am. I had to clean up puke at work the other day and I hated it.
Are you squeamish? Is that the problem?
I'm not even like squeamish. I don't gravitate towards those situations, you know? Like when I was younger, it was like I couldn't hear anyone throw up. I couldn't see it. Like if I heard it, smelled it, saw it, I would be nauseous to the point where like I'm about to throw up. And I've grown out of that at least, but I don't gravitate towards those situations. So it's like I'm okay not doing that. But you know, props to anyone who can.
Okay. So when you say you don't gravitate towards those situations, like if somebody was puking, you would be like, "Oh my God, are you good? Like, let's sit down."
Not necessarily. Like
You
if
need
it was
water.
happening right around me, obviously, like I would go and take care of them. Like
Yeah.
Emily had food poisoning last year at some point, and obviously, like she's my wife, so I'm gonna take care of her. And I was in the bathroom, you know, holding her hair back, you know, praying for her, rubbing her back while she was throwing up. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like obviously, like I'm gonna take care of those situations if I have to. But,
Okay.
And like I said, sometimes my job requires that if someone pukes in my dining room, that I have to go take care
Yeah.
of it. So it is what it is. But
Okay.
I just don't. I'm not gonna pursue those situations. I'm not gonna go somewhere where it's gonna be like I'm gonna be seeing that every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't want to go do custodial.
Well, just know, like, your priorities, or not even your priorities, but your goals can change really easily because, you know, I was doing hospitality management and I was like maybe 2 years in. I'm like, oh my God, I would love to help somebody have a good time, right?
Mhm.
But I think it was more like I wanted to help people. And how am I going to help somebody in a hotel? I can get them a new blanket.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it.
that's a certain type of helping people. But I think you just want to do something that's gonna be a little more impactful than it is for
Exactly.
the people who can like afford to go on vacation, which is
right,
cool.
exactly.
cool.
Like, you shouldn't have to only be able to afford vacation. Only if
Mhm.
you can get $2,000 tickets to whatever,
Yeah.
then I can help you. No,
I mean, there's always people needed for that stuff too, you know? Like, obviously,
There
there's
is.
always going to be people who are here to help for resort stays and theme parks and whatnot.
Mhm.
But, you know, there's people who need to do the dirtier work, quote unquote.
I'm not knocking nobody for that.
Yeah.
Also the fact that the school I was going to, Rosen College, that's like,
really the hospitality school.
yeah, the hospitality school. It's like the top rated school in the country.
For
So
hospitality.
yeah, they were like, "Oh, come to this job fair this week. Come bring your best dress." I'm like,
I mean, it's in the center of Orlando, one of the biggest cities for hospitality in the country, so that makes sense.
I didn't gravitate towards those situations.
That's fair.
So I was just like, damn, I don't even know if I should be here. Okay. So I feel like when you're not really interested in something, your grades will show that.
That's true.
Unfortunately.
That's very true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I have a new segment that I want to try.
Okay, what's good?
We can make it a weekly thing. We can do it every so often, but it's kind of like, you ever heard like, what's your high and low for the week? It's kind of like that. I want to call it, okay, well, so back in Sunday school when I was like 14 or 15 years old, my Sunday school teacher, Sister Olson, shout out. I don't think you're watching this, but she would bring,
it's not bad.
like she would bring up this thing every week where she was like, okay, what's your rose and your thorn for the week? And your rose is like something that really good that happened, and then your thorn is like something that's not so good that happened. So I want to try that and do a rose and a thorn with you, possibly every week, but we could just do whenever we're feeling like. So what's your rose and thorn? I can go first if you need some time.
I'm gonna have you go first because I think you should go first.
I might also need some time. So,
oh my God.
I have my thorn. I have my thorn off the top of my head. It was a very sad week this week at work. I've kind of talked to you about it, but I lost some of my favorite coworkers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Disney has this thing called the college program. It's how I got into Disney. It's how a lot of people get into Disney. And these college kids come here and they spend 6 months, 8 months, a year, however long, up to a year, basically as a intern for the Disney company, and they just do the regular jobs. And then they leave unless they choose to stay with the company part-time, full-time. And as a coordinator, as a manager over them, sometimes, you get attached to them, you become friends with them, and we lost a couple really good ones this week. So that's my thorn for the week. So what? No, like they didn't die or anything. They went home.
They did not die, guys.
I guess we need that clarification. They went home. So we miss them, and it's going to be tough around work without them, but we'll get some more good people in soon. And then my rose, so I recently got into fishing as a hobby. That might have actually been since the last podcast. I don't think I started fishing the last time we recorded this podcast, so that's a new development. Yeah, fishing kind of took over my hyperfixation for the podcast, and that's all I really thought about for weeks, which is part of the reason why we haven't recorded anything, because I've spent every off day out fishing. But there's a spot up by where my wife volunteers, and she told me that she always sees people up there fishing. And so I've gone a couple of times, but this last time I went, I caught like 8 to 9 bass, and I caught my personal best, 3.5 pounds. It's not very big, but that's my personal best so far. Beat my personal best by 0.2 pounds. So slowly moving my way up. That's my rose for the week.
I mean, for a fish, that's pretty heavy, right?
For a bass, it's decent. If you're fishing for anything else like catfish, that's not really that big. Catfish get up to like 50 pounds, but for bass, 3.5 isn't anything to sneeze at.
That's still pretty good, I think. Great job.
Thank you. So you got your rose and thorn loaded up?
Oh, sorry, I was listening.
Sorry, I guess it's kind of hard to listen and think at the same time.
Okay, let me think. I'm gonna say probably.
I definitely just spilled water on myself. So sorry.
It's okay, no problem. My thorn is okay. I'll say my rose is probably that I got a show observation at work, right?
Okay, you want to explain what that is?
So that is when a couple trainers, they go in the back of your truck. So basically they ride your safari. And I thought I was gonna do like so super bad, because there's a couple things I'm not supposed to be doing. But
angel safaris are special.
Yeah, but special in a way I'm not like, okay guys, we are going off-road.
Special in a way that it's entertaining.
Yeah,
it's very entertaining, but still educational.
Yeah, so I might break the rules a little bit sometimes, but it's always for a good outcome.
Ask anyone that rides a safari.
Right. So I try my best. I try to sound as smart as I could, and it failed horribly. Which just goes to show, right? that sometimes like you overplan for things and it'll end up fine. So at the end, I was told I did a really good job.
There you go.
That I had some really great facts. That, you know, I got the message across. I was basically like pushing the bar, setting expectations a little bit, but then also giving them like a good experience in a way that doesn't put the animals at the butt of the joke. Does that make sense? So, like, I'm not making fun of anything. So basically, I'm doing a great job, and I got nominated for best show for August.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty
Did
cool.
we find out if you won?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if I get a movie ticket or something. I don't know what
Pizza party.
pizza party
Just for you.
with the little thin slice. I would want a little thin slice, but yeah, that I think that was pretty cool. I was like, it's kind of like, I think when you do your job for so long, and you're just like, oh my god, like it's the same thing over and over and over. But if you really put like your passion to it, then I think it'll turn out good.
Yeah, to get that recognition for it, that's cool.
Exactly. Now my thorn, let me just say that I am coming to a realization, right? Or maybe it's just my frontal lobe has finally developed.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. But, you know, you don't need to have everybody that you meet in your life. Does that make sense?
Like everyone that you...
Like some people are really not going to meet you halfway, and that's
sure.
okay.
Okay.
You get me? So I think it's... coworkers are not a great example. but sometimes you have people like say really nice things to you in your face, which maybe it's just like American culture, I don't know, but they say very nice things to your face, but then they are very nasty behind your back.
That's fair.
And it's like, you can't expect everybody to like be real with you the way that you're real with them, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's always a choice to like, push it a little bit further. Like maybe if I'm just super super nice, then it'll work out. That's option number one. Number two is like, just cut it off completely, like, that's it. Like, that'll solve the problem. But then the third option is to just like take people who they are. Like, you don't have to change everybody at the same time.
That's true.
So I don't even know if that's a thorn. It's probably like just a thought I had to myself.
Growing moment.
Something like that. Yeah.
You know what that means? It just means that your life is going well.
I guess.
You don't got anything to complain about.
Whoever's judging, I hope they're thinking so. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That's sick.
Thank you.
My mind just went completely blank. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, no problem. If you
got any topics?
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't know where I was going. I had a train of thought where I was going, okay, I'm gonna take the conversation here. But anyway, I don't have it right now.
So you know how when you're talking to somebody and when it's your turn to listen, you look directly at them, right? But when it's your turn to talk, sometimes you look off to the side.
Yeah.
To like,
because
do
direct eye contact while you're talking is weird sometimes.
Is it weird?
Sometimes, like if I'm locked into you while we're talking.
But you don't need to look at me like that, because he's looking at me like this. So this is what I have to do today no. I'm saying, okay, listen, because
I'm a little more comfortable looking into your eyes while I talk to you because we just know each other so well. But
right.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm sitting at the table with somebody, I feel like I need to have a better habit of talking to them when I'm speaking, because if I'm looking off to the side, like, I don't know, it's just something I notice when I talk to people.
Okay.
You know, like they won't look directly at you.
Yeah.
So do you think that's a skill that it would be good to have, or do you think it's something that do you think it will creep people out more instead of showing that you're like very locked in, you're very attentive?
I mean, I feel like there's a healthy balance with that, right? Like, I don't think you should be fully like just like looking away from someone while you're talking to them. But also, like I said, I feel like being locked in with them the whole time is like a little weird for conversation. I feel like there's like some study that was done where it's like 3 seconds of eye contact and then look away, and like 3 seconds of eye contact and look away. I think that's like the proper amount of eye contact. I heard that at some point. Maybe that's more of just like how people feel comfortable, but yeah. So I think it's just a good balance. But there are definitely times like there was this this guy I worked with at one point, but anytime he was having a conversation with you, he'd be like looking like this, and every now and then he'd like side eye you while he was talking to you, and then he'd just like continue looking this way, and I'm like, That's a little strange.
Yeah.
It's a little strange. Oh, Emily has a comment.
So I looked up 3 seconds of eye contact study and Google AI overview.
We really need to stop
Um,
using AI.
So it says that the study was on the average eye gaze contact duration,
Yeah.
which is about 3.3 seconds. Shorter glances may be perceived as sneaky or suspicious, while longer stares can be seen as overly intense or invasive.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Angel was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Enrique was like,
So you shouldn't be like this. The whole
But you're literally your eyelids are like separated. Like you're talking to me like this.
Yeah.
This is I don't like this.
What if we just did the whole podcast?
Not even for me.
like
That's
this?
not. Don't do that. I can, but I choose not to because there's no reason for that, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm I'm thinking of a better way to not only like communicate with people, but also how to tell my stories better. Because I feel like if I'm talking like this, like you might think I'm lying,
Mm-hmm.
or you may think I'm just like I don't want to look at you in the eye when I'm saying it because I'm not 100% backing what I'm saying.
To an extent.
Or like I can explain, or like, because I really have a problem explaining things, especially when it comes to stories. Oh my god, I'll be like this, like it starts here, but wait, I gotta tell you a backstory, and then there's somebody in the future who they have a backstory too, but I'm not gonna tell you that until later, and then 20 minutes pass, and it's just me talking shit.
That's so fair. Because like when you start telling the story, but then you remember another part of it that's also important to the story, and it makes sense in your brain, the connection. Sometimes it doesn't come out that way, and I get it because I can tend to do the same thing. You can ask Emily, especially when it's something that I'm passionate about, like one of my shows or one of my movies, or like Star Wars, for example. I'll just start going on these rants about Star Wars, and then I'll just remember something where it's like, oh yeah, and then this happened, and then this other guy from a different movie did this, and that's how it affected it. And it's just like, but it's the same in real life. Like it yeah, I get it. I don't know. Some people can tell a linear story just fine with no side characters.
I love listening to
backstories.
people who can explain themselves. But like me, I'm like, oh my god, when is it over? And I'm thinking this to myself. Why do I talk so much?
And that's why we have
And
a
I get to the point.
podcast.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, as you saw earlier, I have a great time explaining my thought process. I just stop talking.
Right. Did you get back to that thought?
No, it hasn't come back yet.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Okay, no problem. Let me think. Do
You went to New Jersey recently. Do you want to talk about that?
I did go to New Jersey.
You had some interesting experiences there.
I did. I had a really good
Yeah.
time.
So you're from New Jersey, like we talked about in
Yeah.
our first episode.
Yeah. So that's where my dad lives.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's side of the family lives. Always love going there. I always come back feeling very refreshed. This is like a different like environment too. Very refreshing. Very refreshing to know like both sides of your family. I how do I say this? I'm very grateful to be able to go over there.
Mhm.
Like
For sure.
I have a great relationship with him. And it's not only just like already knowing about your parent, but it's also getting to know them more and more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I went there for about 6 days, so a little under a week. First 2 days was just chilling and relaxing. Whenever I go there, my favorite thing to do, as I told you before, is to cook. So I always make these bomb dishes. I made, what was it? This vegetarian pasta, what was like pack of protein, had hummus, it had artichoke, spinach, this, that. It was the best. Then I made tilapia with some zucchini noodles. That was pretty cool. I think the only reason that I'm saying this right now was like the highlight, because that's basically what I was doing, like going to the store and they're preparing the things. It took me a while. Then I decided,
so many people.
while I'm gonna be there, I might as well spend my time and go walk around. So I had went to Jersey City.
Okay.
Which it took me about 20 minutes to get there walking. I had to go down a hill, but I'm looking at the lights for New York the whole time. And I'm like, how can I get over there? So then I end up walking all the way down to Lincoln Harbor. and then I took the light rail over to Hoboken, and that's basically just like where they have like bars, restaurants, this, that,
Yeah.
and the third. So I think that was the first time when I realized, like, well, if I want something, I'm gonna just go do it.
Yeah, might as well.
Because it was like 9 o'clock at night.
You're
I
an
really
adult.
didn't have, yeah, I didn't have no business being out there, but
Why not?
that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Because then I could do whatever the hell I
South
want.
Coast to New York, you know?
Exactly. So I didn't make it to New York that night, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Then I went to the Poconos, which I never heard of, but everybody knows what the Poconos is.
I've heard of it. I could not tell you what it is.
Okay.
Is it an area? Like, is it
It definitely is an
like
area.
a town or like a...
It's not an area. It's not a town. It's more like there's a lot of vacation homes there, but I'm pretty sure
Okay.
people live there too. But it's literally in the mountains.
Oh.
So atop mountains and
There's mountains in New Jersey?
yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm. I mean, I was
It
in
might be like hills, but...
it was
yeah.
also Pennsylvania too.
No, okay. Oh, yeah.
No, it was a mountain. So went for how is it? It was a retreat of sorts.
Yeah.
It was a travel retreat for
Because your dad is like the tribal leader.
He is,
over
yes.
there.
He is. So we learned a lot about like our cultural background, like
Mhm.
different things that like dog-tooth necklaces. There was acai beads for these necklaces too, and like where that comes from,
Mm-hmm.
which part of the earth it represents, things like that too. I wore a headdress. It was pretty cool. And then I got a cleansing
Yeah.
out of it was water infused with the tobacco leaves that we made cigars out of. I didn't smoke them,
For clarification.
for clarification. I actually blew into it.
He also says that he didn't do ayahuasca. Still not 100% convinced.
You're not convinced?
I am.
I would have came back changed,
Yeah.
right? Which I
I've
feel
heard
like I
it's
did.
a life-changing experience.
It is. I even have a problem. Not a problem, but I even like hesitant to do like ashwagandha, and you can get that on the shelf.
Yeah, it's literally just like an herb.
But whatever. So anyway, I had a good time. Met a lot of cool people. A lot of people who were just like pretty much like me, but you would never know unless you talk to them, which is so awesome. Like
That's cool.
I got to socialize more and like talk to people who I don't talk to every day, which is abnormal for me because I'm kind of yeah. I won't go to people and talk to, unless I'm feeling bold, because you know I'll be talking to random
You
people
do be doing that sometimes.
at the parks. Pretending like I know them, but that's another story. So yeah, came back, stayed in New Jersey for another day, then decided I wanted to go to the Museum of Natural History in New York, and I took my brother with me, and that was it. The same day I had to fly back here. Of course my flight got delayed.
And we picked you up at 2:30 in the
at
morning.
2:30 in the morning. Thank
The
you
best
so much.
time to be flying in.
Thank you so much.
Of
Yes, the plane, the power in the plane went down a couple times. That's why it was
So scary.
That's why it was such a hassle, but it's whatever. I got here safe, and then I went to work for the next 4 days.
That's terrible.
I'm still recovering.
You went to work at like 6 a.m. that next day, didn't you?
I did.
That's actually terrible.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a little bit because I'm
Okay.
actually still tired.
I'll do this podcast solo for us.
So, yeah,
Nice.
that is how I spent my time. I had a really good time.
Yeah.
I don't usually like take a couple days off, but I have a problem with that. I don't like give
It's
myself time off. But
Really important to take time off. Yeah.
I'm still not convinced, even though I did the vacation, but still.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we had some time. I had some time off too since the last podcast. I keep forgetting how long it's been since we recorded. But I went to St. Augustine for like 4 or 5 days. So that was a really fun trip. It was Emily and I's second year anniversary of being married, which is crazy to think that we've been married for 2 years. It feels like a lot longer than that, but also like can't believe it's already been 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Any comments?
Hard to explain. No comments from my wife.
Okay.
That's okay. No, it was a really, really fun trip. St. Augustine's only like 2 hours north from here, so it wasn't like a super, super big vacation, but it's a very beautiful city. If you've ever been, lots of history. It's like the oldest city in America. It was settled back in 1581. I say that with some confidence.
Some year that we were in.
It was 1560 or 1580 something. But it was settled by the Spanish, and they ended up building this fort called the Castillo de San Marcos, and it was like kind of to protect from the pirates coming in from the Atlantic Ocean. And so there's a lot of pirate history there too. So we got to go to like a pirate museum, which was full of such cool pirate artifacts. It had like the only surviving pirate chest left in the world. It had one of 2 or 3 Jolly Roger flags that are like authentic pirate flags still in the world. 1565. I said the 60s. I said the 60s or the 80s. It's 1565.
Like 1960?
No, I said 1560 or 1580.
Oh, okay. Okay.
1565 was the year that St. Augustine was founded. But no, it's just a town with a lot of really cool history, a lot of really like pretty old buildings. Like they have the Flagler College there, which is still a functioning college to this day. It was originally the Ponce de Leon Hotel. Ponce de Leon was like the Spanish conquistador who came over here looking for the Fountain of Youth, and supposedly found it. But they turned it into a college, which is really cool, and we got to like look at the grounds a little bit. But we found out that everything in St. Augustine closes at like 5 p.m., which is kind of nuts because it's such a touristy area. There's literally only this one street. It's like I think it's called St. George Street. It's the one street in all of St. Augustine that stays open past like 6 p.m., which is really strange to me, but it was kind of refreshing to see like how quiet the town was at night and how dark it was. Like there's like really not that many lights out there. The streets are really dark, which can be a little scary, but makes it a lot better for our ghost tour that we went on. Excuse me. We went on a ghost tour called Ghosts and Gravestones. Highly recommend it if you're ever in the area. They took us out on a bus ride. Sorry, I'm like got a lot going on here. They took us out on a like a bus ride through the town, and we went to like an old haunted cemetery. They took us to the wax museum and to the old jail. It was a functioning jail at one point, and it's like apparently super haunted, and they locked us into a big cell, which was like kind of creepy because it was pitch black. We did the one like the latest possible one so we could be there at night. Oh, wow. So it was even scarier. Our tour guide was great. She was super into the character. And the live actors, they had live actors come out in like each scene and like jump scare us a little bit.
Okay. So yeah. It was like a
whole production,
like an attraction thing.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
It was very well worth the money, in my opinion. And that was really fun. And I got to beach fish a little bit. Didn't catch anything, but now I have a little more experience under my belt for the next time. We had this really pretty little bed and breakfast situation called Bliss by the Sea. I also highly recommend that if you're ever in St. Augustine. It's a very nice like romantic getaway. Their upstairs was closed for renovations, which sucks because it looks like they have like a little patio seating area on the roof, which I was excited for, but that's okay. Just in general, St. Augustine is like a really beautiful town. Have you ever been?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of really fun stuff to do there.
I was like in 4th grade though, so I was like, this is stupid.
You probably didn't care.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we not at Disney right now?
No, but it's such a beautiful town, and the beaches were so pretty. I had mahi for the first time, which I've told you already, but
yeah,
mahi was delicious. I'm like slowly becoming a seafood person.
Finally.
Growing up, I hated seafood. Anything that had to do with fish, like lobster, crab, anything, not for me. But as I become an adult and my palate's matured a little bit, I enjoy some fish every now and then.
Okay.
Mahi was really good. I've had grouper since I've lived in Florida. Grouper was really good. I would definitely have that again.
What are your thoughts on shrimp? I'm not sure.
The last time I had shrimp, I didn't like it, but I haven't had it in years. So maybe I have to try it again at some point, even though that's a little scary.
I don't know if it's toxic for me to think, what if I made it?
It would probably have some good flavor. I think shrimp has a very fishy flavor.
What? A fish?
The ones. But like mahi doesn't have a fishy flavor. And neither did grouper, really. But we also tried clams. Emily and I both tried clams for the first time.
Okay.
They're not bad. I just don't really understand the point of eating them. Because we paid $15 for a plate of 8 clams. Which, granted, they're probably a little more expensive because they're fresh from the sea, because we were literally right on the ocean at that restaurant. But there were 8 clams on a plate, and they were like soaked in garlic butter, and they tasted good. The meat was a little tough, but there's also like this much meat inside the clamshell, and I paid $15 for 8 of them, and it's like, what even is the point? You're not gonna get very full on that. I feel like you would have to eat like at least 20 by yourself to get any kind of nutritional value from it.
It is kind of a novelty, but at the same time, you don't always eat everything for the nutritional value, right?
But they don't taste good enough for me to just order just because I like them.
I don't know anybody who orders oysters every single time, especially because it's not always available.
Well,
where
I still
depending where
haven't
you
tried
going.
oysters, but
Oh,
you're talking about clams.
well, go ahead and replace what I just said with
With
clams. Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like my dad, I feel like he would just order clams if they were available because he likes them. But he also grew up on an island, eating mussels straight out of the shell from the beach. So he probably has a different palate than me.
I think so.
I think he like really enjoys that kind of food.
Okay. Well, cheers to trying new things.
Yeah.
Do you almost fist bump me?
Hold on, I have
I'll
water.
do that.
I have water. Cheers.
Oh. We're gonna drink from it.
We can.
For my new
Oh, we got to go over our SeaWorld adventure.
from my new Blackfish cup.
Not a sponsor.
Thank you.
Only water on this show, guys.
Tastes really good from the Blackfish cup. No?
The Blackfish documentary, it's really sad. No, I know, but it is really sad, and it made Emily cry. But that's because she has a really soft spot for animals.
That's
Like,
exactly
she
why
has a
we
huge
went
soft
to
spot.
SeaWorld today.
We did. We went to SeaWorld for my very first time and Emily's very first time.
Which I didn't know. I didn't know that was your first time, but
I get home at midnight last night from work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sleep in. I'm so excited. And Emily hits me with oh yeah, we're going to SeaWorld at 11 in the morning. And I'm like, no, 11 a.m. sounds like it's already sleeping in, but trust me, when you get home at midnight from work and you've had just a really long day, I wanted to sleep in until like noon, I'm not going to lie. But I was excited to go to SeaWorld, and we had a time.
okay. Why don't you go ahead and tell them what we did?
So we went on exactly 2 attractions. One of them we did twice, but so technically 3 attractions. If you're not from Florida, in the summer we just have random rain showers, even if it's not forecasted. I don't think it was forecasted to rain today. Well, it was forecasted to start at 6 p.m. It was forecasted to rain at 6 p.m. We were there at 12:30. We wanted to get there at 11, but things happened. We had lunch at Waffle House. It was really good. But it wasn't supposed to start raining until 6 p.m. We get there, and it starts raining at like 1 p.m., which of course it does because Florida. And it was kind of my fault that we didn't get on any rides because I'm not adverse to roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I just have to I have to work through my nerves every time that I come to a new theme park and do new roller coasters. I just have to get over that mental hump of doing it. So I was trying to just walk around, take my time, mentally prepare for it. Maybe try to find a smoother one before getting on like the Mako or the Manta or Pipeline. Is that the one that you're standing up on? Yeah, Pipeline. I really was looking forward to Pipeline, actually. I just had to get over that mental hump. So we were doing some sightseeing. We went and saw the animals. We went and did that, basically Soarin'. I forget what it's called already. The Odyssey is what it's called. It's a new attraction this year at SeaWorld. If you've been to Disney World, it's Soarin' over the world, or Soarin' over California if you're from Disneyland. Basically. It was fun. It was cool. It was a lot of you got to see a lot of the Arctic and a lot of the walruses and penguins and polar bears. We actually got to see a couple live penguins and walruses. They didn't have any polar bears there. Thank goodness, because those were too small of enclosures for polar bears. But we did that. It was really fun. Then we went and we did the Mako. And while we were in line for the Mako, the weather got really, really bad and it started raining really hard and there was lightning in the area, so they had to shut down the ride because it was outdoors. And we sat there and we waited and we waited. Luckily, we stayed there because it came up for about 10 minutes. And in those 10 minutes, while the weather was cleared, we were able to ride Mako twice because there was no line. So Mako was really fun. I really enjoyed that one. The first time we were on it, we were getting pelted in the face and waterboarded a little bit because it was still raining. Very difficult. I got a water droplet straight up the nose once. We might have pneumonia tomorrow, but you know,
Oh, I'm not gonna wish. I don't wish that on
it
you.
was lots of fun regardless. And then it was just storming the rest of the day, so
Yeah.
it really didn't get to do much else. We went and saw the sharks, which was fun. We went and saw the rays. Couldn't feed the rays because of the weather. But then it was about 5 p.m. and we were like, let's just call it. Let's go do something else because the weather wasn't going to clear for a couple hours. So. But
most of the time was spent trying to figure out which path had the least puddles, which was fun and interesting. But it's like my shoes were not ready to be soaked.
Yeah.
So
we ended up getting soaked anyway, which happens when you live in Florida, unfortunately.
Yes.
Shout out to that dad that pulled his 2 kids out of line that were in front of us. Because if he hadn't have pulled them out of line, we wouldn't have gotten to ride twice.
Yeah, we probably would have gotten one ride on there.
Apparently, it sounded like they were supposed to meet him like after an hour of some set time, and they did not do that, and he had to come back.
Yeah, those
and he pulled them out of line right before it reopened. Feel bad for those kids, but yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, right as they were boarding, the dad was like, let's go. We gotta go. I told you 10 more minutes.
Oh my God.
So because of that, we were able to ride twice, which is really fun. Mako was really fun. I enjoyed it. And I'm sure I would have enjoyed the other roller coasters had it not been raining. So that was our little SeaWorld. What's going on?
Notice how I random thought.
What's your random thought?
So speaking of marine life, are you ready? So did you know that
I'm scared.
Like a blue whale
Yeah.
is the size of like a gym, right?
Sure. It's very big.
Okay. So did you know if there was a basketball game in the gym at the same time that the blue whale was in there, that they would have to cancel the game?
No way.
Did you know that? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think if the blue whale was in there, we would have some other problems.
How does that make you feel?
I'd probably be pretty upset that the game was canceled.
Would you be more upset the game was canceled or that there was a blue whale at a gym?
I would be confused more than anything. How did the whale get there?
Well, it swam there.
So the entire court is underwater then?
No.
Okay.
Use your imagination.
Isn't it insane though? Speaking of blue whales, just like how big they are.
Yes.
And they do. What?
Yes, you're right. Because you're right. There's bigger things.
And how we're like so lucky that they don't eat anything besides like plankton.
But we're not. Right. They will kill you.
I don't think they will. I mean, maybe unintentionally. Like, I don't think they would actively hunt you. And like, if you're in their way, I don't think they would try to eat you. Do you think they like capsize ships intentionally?
I want to say
the blue
blue whale.
I think she's gonna do some research. I think blue whales are pretty docile. Like, I don't think they actively go out of their way to harm humans. But it's crazy. They're massive. I don't know the exact size on them, but like the fact that something that big lives in our oceans, that's kind of crazy.
Okay, hold that thought. What we got here?
Looks like some humpback whales capsizing boats.
Okay, well that's not a blue whale.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think blue whales are known for that. I feel like maybe like humpback whales, sperm whales, those are more the kind of whales that you're gonna see like capsizing boats. I feel like blue whales are really chill. Like anytime you see like a nature documentary about them, they're vibing. You know? They got their babies with them. Just swimming through the ocean the size of a football field. Maybe not that big.
I'm kind of thinking about how, okay, you know how,
I have a question for you when you're done with your thoughts.
yeah, you know how, like, which of those animals that you can't like pet them because they'll think that humans are friendly, right? Is it? I think there's there's manatees, there's
Well,
sea
manatees
lions,
are like federally protected. That's why
yeah,
you can't pet them.
yeah, but also sea lions too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if like if you're just on the beach chilling and then they come up to you, like you cannot touch it
Oh,
because then they'll think that humans are friendly,
I
right?
didn't know that.
Now, when you just think about the fact that like their habitats are under attack like literally every single day.
Yeah.
Maybe I just pay more attention to this than the average person because I work with animals.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they're like one day or another, they're gonna be like, I think that is the boat
I think that's
that
the
killed my
problem.
cousin. I think we should tip it over,
They're
right?
just gonna attack.
Yes. So I think that those are times that are coming.
Maybe, but also, like whales have so much room to live. You know, like the Earth is what 70% water.
Uh-huh.
There's so much room for them to live. Why would they be bothered by a ship?
There is more room for them to live, right? But we
Yeah.
have this need to conquer everything.
That's true.
So I'm pretty sure we're like checking.
But I feel like the ocean is one place where like humans have all kind of agreed to like let the animals be.
You would think.
Besides like fishing and stuff, but well, no, there are people who go out there and like hunt down whales and
I'm
stuff.
not gonna get into current events right now because
That's not what this podcast is for.
it could be. But I don't want to go that occasionally. I don't want to go down that route right now. But I think that those times are. I hope that they do. I'm rooting for them, for the animals who are under attack.
Well, I had a question for you about the deep sea.
Okay. Oh,
What are your thoughts on Megalodon?
like if I thought it was real?
Do you think? Well, obviously it was real, but like, do you think it's still out there?
No.
You don't think the Megalodon shark?
No, I think
still
we
exists?
would have seen it by now.
I guess so. But also, have you seen the evidence for it?
No.
Okay, so there was this. I bring this up every time I talk about Megalodon because it's like it was the one thing where I was like, okay, either it's Megalodon or there's another giant predator out there that we don't know about. There was this Shark Week special. I grew up watching Shark Week. I love Shark Week. But there was a Shark Week special where they were specifically like trying to hunt down and find out if the Megalodon was still alive because they'd seen like these like, you know, photos of this fish in the water that was shark shaped, and they measured like the photo from tail to dorsal fin, and it was like the right length to be Megalodon. It was like bigger than anything else we have in our oceans right now as far as sharks go.
Okay.
And so they finally went out and they decided to try to like prove once and for all if Megalodon still exists. For those who don't know, Megalodon is a prehistoric shark species that was massive, bigger than anything else we have in our oceans right now, as far as sharks go. But so they made like a life-size whale carcass, and then out of like wood and PVC and some other stuff, and they took it out into the ocean, pulled by a big boat, and they were chumming the water. They were throwing out fish guts for hours and hours and hours behind the boat to surround this big whale that they created. And the whole time they were out there, they had like hundreds and hundreds of these little sharks obviously coming up and eating the chum. And then it had gotten dark, and overnight they noticed on the radar that all these sharks disappeared all at once. Like it had been hours of just hundreds of sharks feeding and feeding and feeding, and all of a sudden every single one of them dispersed. And then something big hits the whale carcass and like attacks it. And it's obviously pitch black out at this point, so they can't get a good look at it. But they get a tag on whatever hit their whale carcass, and they see like the side of this big animal in the water, and they get it. Like I said, they get a tag on it, and they tag this thing, and it drags the entire life-size whale carcass to the bottom of the ocean at speeds faster than anything else we have recorded. So like, what other animal in the ocean could grab an entire whale in one bite and drag it to the bottom of the ocean that fast? You know, like if it's not Megalodon, it's something else, some other giant predator that we don't know about. Like I guess it could be a giant squid,
I was gonna say
but I don't think they can move that fast while holding a whale carcass.
maybe it could because no, I think it probably could be, but I don't know. I don't know if they were scared.
And like I said, like our oceans, we've only discovered 5% of the oceans, and the ocean makes up 70% of like the Earth. So there's a lot more exploring that needs to be done, and a lot more depths that haven't been researched or like even discovered at this point. So who's to say Megalodon couldn't have evolved to live down at the bottom of the ocean and like chill down there because humans got too feisty and started killing them?
That's a great thought. That is a good thought.
I'm all take this with a grain of salt though, because I'm also the kind of guy, I believe in Bigfoot.
Okay.
Gonna put that out there.
You do.
I do believe in Bigfoot. I watched like every episode of we gotta cancel the podcast now, sorry.
For real.
I've watched like every episode of Finding Bigfoot, that Animal Planet show that they used to have.
Mm-hmm.
You need to watch it. It's really cool. At the very least, it's entertaining to think about. But I don't know. I just have like no problem. I have like no problem with the fact that there could be animal species out there that we don't know about that are just living amongst us.
That's another like. I mean, there's no reason for us to believe that it's not out there. Although we have the tools to like explore these things, right? Like,
Yeah.
obviously,
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
To an extent.
Where, like, what extent?
Like
'Cause I know the ocean, right? You can't really
search that. You're
too
talking about on
well.
land.
I'm talking about out in the forest too. Like, you know, you can find these things, but also think of the fact that you know, I think there's people who believe that there's not actually aliens there too,
True.
which is kind of the same. Which is kind
What
of
are
the
your
same
thoughts on
conversation.
aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, I think we're so desensitized to literally everything that it's like.
Yeah.
What was this headline that I saw that that there's a alien ship the size of Manhattan or something coming towards Earth, and I'm like, okay,
Of course there is.
I'm gonna still have to pay my rent. Though.
Yeah, literally. Bills are
So
still
what's the-
due.
So what's the? I still have a shift tomorrow. So what is?
I think at this point, that's how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go into my whole Bigfoot theory, but that I feel like we're already running out of time on this podcast, so that can be for another day. But I just think that like there's things out there that we don't know about. You know, I definitely believe there's aliens out there. I don't think they're like the weird green men that we see in movies. I think honestly there's just like other humans out there. That's like my theory on aliens, and I think there's definitely like more advanced civilizations than us out there somewhere. And I have like my own reasoning behind that, coming from a religious background, but I definitely think there's other life out there for sure. There's no way that in this ever expanding universe we just happen to be the one blip of life. That wouldn't make sense.
No, I don't think that's not probable. It's not.
Like it just doesn't make any.
The chances are too big.
Yeah, literally.
And plus, there's water on other planets, so there has to be.
Yeah,
too.
They've discovered water on other planets. They've also discovered like planets in the habitable zones of other solar systems and stuff like that, because that's kind of why like Earth has people. It's because we live in like the sweet spot.
I don't think there's no way that every organism needs oxygen either.
I guess there's probably maybe
There's too many probabilities of
that,
a
like,
planet with there being those types of organisms that
Yeah.
exist. So of course there's aliens.
yeah.
It's not even a doubt. But am I going to go out of my way to find out if there are? No.
No, I'm not gonna go on a
So,
space adventure.
I have a life.
Yeah, I mean, given the chance one day, if I'm like a billionaire and I just have money to spend, I'd go to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if I was old and like if I died,
If you were
Wouldn't care.
old.
yeah.
Okay.
If I was old and a billionaire, I'd go to space.
What if you're like 40 and you're a billionaire?
If it was like a really well tested spacecraft, like I want the same treatment they gave to Katy Perry.
Oh my God. You saw Wendy was like, can we send her back? Oh my god.
Yeah,
It had been intensive for
but
you, but
they
it was
hadn't
also
had
sketchy.
They hadn't had very successful.
Yeah.
They hadn't had very successful runs.
Ugh.
No, I would do my own research into the company, and I would like make sure that I personally witnessed successful runs. Um, if you don't know what Emily's talking about, it's the Ocean Gate, that submersible that imploded in the ocean a few years back. Really good documentary on Netflix about it. Highly recommend it.
Really good memes too. I love
There
them.
are really good memes.
I love me a meme.
But yeah, no, I would go to space. I want to experience zero gravity. Really, that's like my main thing. Which I know there's ways to do that without going to space. Like they have those things where you can like pay to go up in a big like Boeing 747, and then they just like cut the engines so you're free falling, and you can like unbuckle, and then it feels like you're in zero gravity.
I
But
didn't know that.
yeah,
I did not know that at all.
also very expensive, but it's an option, and you don't have to be a billionaire. Maybe just a millionaire. Because I think it is like several $1,000s, maybe tens of thousands.
Isn't your like life in danger when you're doing that?
I'm sure they have it figured out. I'm
Just
sure they have it figured
some
out.
extent of danger, but okay.
I want to go skydiving. I feel like that'd be really close.
I'm not
to, like,
understanding
flying.
this
Why is that?
because the person who tells me all the time that they don't like drop rides is
I
gonna
don't.
go skydiving.
I don't like drop rides.
When there's
However-
a fixed distance that you're gonna go up and then go down at speeds that are slower than a free fall, you have an issue with that?
Yes. So let me explain myself. So my problem with drop rides is the sensation of falling. I don't like the feeling of like my stomach coming up into my throat, and like some people love that feeling. I hate it. I can't stand it. It bothers me. I don't like it. So I know people personally who have skydived. Harmony has skydived. Her
Oh, she
boyfriend
did?
has skydived. Yes.
Okay.
So I know people personally who have skydived, but also I know of like influencers who have skydived that have listened to for years, and they did it several times, and they all say the same thing, that like skydiving doesn't feel like you're falling. It's like it feels like that for like the second that you jump out, and then as soon as the air resistance hits you, it kind of just feels like you're flying, like you're gliding through the air. Like you don't feel like you're falling. You feel like you're just like the air is carrying you, if that makes sense. So it's a very different sensation.
Okay, I get it.
And I've heard that like if you skydive once, it like changes your life forever, because you've been so close to death. You know, obviously if that parachute doesn't go off, what are you gonna do? You're dead. Yeah, literally smack. And just like being that close to death for some reason like changes your life and like gives you a different perspective about things, and like, oh, maybe the things in my life aren't that bad and I can like conquer everything. So I want to experience that.
My cousin did it actually.
Yeah.
She recorded her. She's a person who like she expresses raw emotions, and I love that about her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she recorded herself like just talking about how amazing it was, like, and she was even telling like, "Oh, I was crying. Like I feel like I could do anything."
Yeah.
And she definitely carries herself that way, that she can do literally anything.
We should have Harmony on to tell her skydiving story at some
Oh
point.
yes, we should. She's a little
Harmony,
sick
if you're watching.
she's a little bit sick right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's why I want to do that. You should go skydiving with me.
I'll be in the plane.
The things that I've seen you do just because you want to try it, I feel like you could do it.
Like what?
Like that ride at Busch Gardens, where it
Oh.
literally drops you 350 feet face first.
Yeah, you should have done that.
I will never. I don't think you could pay me enough to do that.
Okay, let's say like, oh my gosh, you text me like, dude, I'm going skydiving in a month. I got it booked. I'll be like, oh, that's dope. Don't you think it'd be beneficial for you to get on that ride?
I really don't, because again, I don't.
That
think
doesn't
it's
make
the
any
same-
sense.
I don't think it's the same thing.
But if you can accomplish that, you can skydive without a problem.
Maybe I think it might be the other way around. Maybe if I skydive first, I'll be more comfortable doing the
Oh my
drop
god,
ride.
I was afraid you would say that, but that's just not true. That's not true. One thing is widely more like accessible than the other,
Correct.
you know. So if you're talking this much about wanting to go skydiving, I don't know why you don't just get on a drop
It's
ride.
not the same.
I survived.
I'm not. The problem is not that I think I'm gonna get hurt or that I'm gonna die. I just very much do not like that feeling.
Okay.
I very much dislike it.
All right then.
That's why, like, even like Tower of Terror, I could probably do Tower of Terror again if someone like really genuinely convinced me. But Emily just gave me a look.
How much?
How
for it?
much? That's crazy.
For my birthday, I would love for you to go on Tower of Terror
we'll see.
and Falcon's Fury.
Not
So-
Falcon's Fury.
Rope drop Hollywood Studios, get on Tower of Terror, and then immediately
Drive to Tampa.
drive to Tampa to do Falcons.
I'm okay. Maybe you could. Maybe someone could convince me to do Tower of Terror again. It's a very hard sell. You could eventually, maybe. I just really don't want to do it.
So difficult.
I guess so. But I don't know what it is. I'll do any roller coaster at least once. If I don't like the roller coaster, I won't do it again. But I'll do pretty much any roller coaster at least once.
I don't think you've disliked the one I've brought you on.
Rip Ride Rocket at Universal Studios. I hated it.
Oh my god, you're so
I-
terrible.
Dude, I came off of that
My
in
head hurts.
pain. I was literally limping.
My back of my head hurts. I'm like, it's not that bad. Let's do it again. He's like, no.
My head was like this the whole time on the seat. My hip hurt. I was limping off of that ride.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what happened, but I don't want to try it again. That ride's closing anyway, so.
It is?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know
I
that.
think it might already be closed.
I
I'm not
haven't
sure.
caught up. I'm not caught up with Universal News. I'm not going to Epic. You guys went?
Not yet. I want to.
I could have sworn that y'all went.
I want to really bad, but,
I think you would have posted.
tickets are expensive. Oh, we for sure would have posted
You would
about
have
it.
posted about it. No, it's too. I don't know.
I think it's going to be fun.
I have no doubts that it's fun, but it seems so like the tickets are like $12 billion, and then you get in there and the temperature is 12 billion,
Yeah.
and then you go into line. The wait time is 12 billion too.
Well, that's why I wanted to wait till like the fall to go, because then it's cooler. 1, 2, it's less crowded because school's back in session, and 3, I think the tickets would be cheaper because it's off season. So I think
Maybe.
if anything, we're gonna go in the fall or the winter.
When is fall anyway?
It starts like September
I'm
21st.
just waiting for winter.
Oh yeah, winters in Florida are basically the only season where you can go out and not
It's
be
like 2
miserable.
weeks long.
Oh, well, we've been going for about an hour and 3 minutes
How do you know that?
because I just looked at my audio recording device on there.
Oh yeah.
That flew by, honestly. I thought we were sitting at like 30 minutes.
I've been looking at your toes for this long.
Yes, the dogs
Reveal.
are out. Not for free. Put that down.
Oh.
Comment down below if we should do a dog reveal. I'm sorry. No, we're not doing that.
Disable.
Unless
Disables the comments.
if we hit 100,000 likes,
Oh my god. No.
we just start doing one of those YouTube channels.
I know.
It's gonna be me and 100,000 burner accounts.
How many emails can I already made like 20 for my own benefits.
And on every single comment, it's me commenting over and over again.
Oh my god, that was so
Do
cool.
it.
Oh my god, do it. Oh my god.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you as always for listening or watching, whichever one you're doing. We have both, hopefully. I think our release schedule is gonna be Thursdays they come out because Fridays are usually gonna be our recording days. So hopefully we can stay consistent. If not, it's my fault probably because I'm doing the editing for these. But thank you, Angel, for sitting in on this podcast. It's fun talking to you as always.
Thank you for having me. I feel I'm a great guest.
A great guest.
Yeah.
Just a guest. Not the co-host.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at anything and everything pod media. It's a weird name because we couldn't. Yeah, we might be posting some behind the scenes on that Instagram. So stay tuned. You should go check it out. It's really cool. Also on TikTok, anything and everything Pod Media. That might actually be A&E Pod Media. I have to double check that. But yeah, we're just getting started on this. Hopefully we're gonna stay consistent. If you have any suggestions for us, please let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, rate us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts if that's what you're into. Anything to add, Angel?
Yes. Make sure you send me $20 whenever possible.
Straight to his Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you.
Yes, please.
All right. Bye.